Hello, my name's Krista.
I'm Stacy. I'm the curator.
I'm Pam.
And we're so happy to have you join us today.
Hi.
Are you ready to see some animals?
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
All right.
Hello. So we're going to go ahead. We have some animals that are really excited to meet you today. And we know that you're such a big fan of dinosaurs. So we actually kind of got some of our animals that are related to dinosaurs ready and excited to meet you. That sounds good.
Animals that are related to dinosaurs? No? What's better?
Well, why don't we go ahead, we'll check out animals and we'll see. I think our first one especially is really excited. We're gonna move this way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and switch this camera so that you can go ahead and see what animal we have in front of us. There you go, yep, awesome. Oh, there we go. All right, so right here we have an alligator. And his name is Nash, and Pam's taking off his lid, and she is going to show you some of his training and how we work with him every day. Because as you can imagine, he can be an animal that we would want to be extra careful with. So we have target trained him. He actually is following where Pam's cueing him to go, and she's rewarding him with pieces of mice, his favorite food. Yeah, I think the same, yeah, but Nash loves them. He's 5 years old, so he is a young alligator. And I'm sure you already knew this, but of course reptiles are directly related to dinosaurs. So Nash is sort of like our own living dinosaur here at the museum. And we do this with him every day. We clean out his tank a lot, so being able to pick him up and show him where to go is a really helpful tool for us to be able to work safely with Nash. And now you're getting a really good up-close look of Nash's teeth, his face. Oh, and he's looking right at you.
Is that what you feed him behind you?
Oh, yeah. Do you see the armadillo as well?
Oh, okay. I thought that might be a mouse.
Oh, no. Oh, it did look like a mouse from far away. This is actually our armadillo who's up and awake. Oh, he's ready to say hi, too. So Pam just put Nash back in. You can get a good look at his tank. Looks like he wants more camera time. He's coming right over. Oh, and now he's getting another mouse. He is happy. And so we're gonna put the lid back on for him, and we're gonna head in the other room. Stacy, while we were working with Nash, was getting another animal ready to meet you.
You love owls, right?
And this is Cree. She is a screech owl. She is one of our newer owls here at the museum. She's a little bit younger than the other owls we have. And she is a rufous-y color. So our screech owls, sometimes they can be grayish in color, but she's considered more of a rufous color because she's kind of redder colored, which helps her to blend in with tree bark really well, where she would be hiding in the wild. And she's usually very vocal. She's being very nice and quiet today for us.
Does he usually screech?
So that's the thing. They're called screech owls, but they don't really actually screech. They kind of make more of a trilling sound. So it's kind of funny that they're called that, because I would say it's more of a really pretty sound. You think of a screech and you think of a really awful sound. She, however, kind of has her own unique sound she makes that we've never heard one of our owls make before. She might do it for us, but for now, it looks like Pam's offering her a cricket. Oh, she dropped it.
She said, no thanks.
She's like, I'm on camera, leave me alone.
Okay, she's too busy. Elias, did you know that birds are living dinosaurs?
You knew that, right?
They're pretty cool. That's one of the reasons why I love birds, because they're closely related to dinosaurs. I think it's pretty awesome.
You can see they even have scales on their feet. If you look really, really closely, you might be able to tell right by her toes there. And when you think about scales, you think of reptiles, and then you think of dinosaurs, and that's kind of a great clue as to where the birds came from. They are descendants of dinosaurs.
And eggs too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both
I've heard,
dinosaurs and birds lay eggs.
I've heard some people say that some of the dinosaurs might have feathers.
Yes, so that is true. That's one really great point. A lot of people think dinosaurs had feathers, and the more and more that they learn about dinosaurs, they realize that that most likely was the case, which makes them even more obviously closely related to birds. In fact, reptiles evolved from amphibians. So birds are a direct descendant from dinosaurs. They're more closely related than reptiles like the alligator that you just saw. The alligator is kind of more like a cousin to dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. I see Pam over here. She has another set of animals ready to go for us.
Woo!
These are our bearded dragons. So this is Falcor and Saphira. And these are our two young bearded dragons sitting very nicely on Pam's hand. Another great reptile. And they are pretty cute and very good at holding still and sitting nicely on her hands. And I think they're pretty cute. I don't know what you think, but I think out of all our reptiles, these guys have the most character. If you look at their faces, you kind of always suspect they're thinking something. Like, for instance, I think this one's trying to plot a way to maybe get some crickets out of this deal. We'll probably feed them afterwards. But they get crickets and they also eat salad. So they're omnivores. They eat both meat products and also vegetables and fruit. And you might hear that rustling. We also have another animal that's running around right now in this bag. We'll see if you can, maybe you can guess, depending on what you're seeing, what kind of animal it is. You know what that is?
Can you say it again? What is it?
Yeah, it's Penelope, and she is a skunk. And she is rummaging around. We set up this kind of obstacle course for her. This is one of the ways that we enrich our animals and bring them out so they can have fun and play. So she's got this ramp that she climbs up, and you can actually see we put some treats on there for her. And she can obviously go under it like she's showing us. Oh, now she's sniffing right at the camera. Hi, Penelope. And I know what you're thinking. You guys are crazy. Skunk smells so bad. But she actually had her smell glands removed. So Penelope, luckily for us, cannot spray and make our room really stinky. Oh, and she just found another good treat. Let's see what she's eating. Hi. I think she's very interested in the camera. Oh, and Stacy just brought out another animal.
Wait a minute, are skunks related to dinosaurs?
So you caught us there. They are not related to dinosaurs. That was our curveball animal. It is a mammal, of course. And so they are not related at all to dinosaurs, like birds and reptiles. We just think she's so cute, we thought she needed to be a star as well. And this is Clarence. He is an American kestrel. And Stacy's about to see if he's interested in having a really big, nice worm. Oh, and he dropped it too. I think everyone's just so excited to meet you and be on camera and say hi. And if you look, he's actually doing something kind of funny. Do you see that feather that's sitting on his head? So we'll actually shed some of their feathers or they'll molt. And sometimes they can take a little bit to kind of fall off. So we've been kind of laughing because he's been wearing this feather hat all day. It will eventually fall off. But in the meantime, he looks really cute. And Clarence is about 10 years old, so he's actually kind of on the older side for a kestrel.
Look at his face. He looks curious.
He is pretty serious.
He's down to business.
If you take a look at the wing on this side, you can see that it's not fully in all the way. And that's because he had a previous wing injury. So he is a rehabbed bird. So he can't be out in the wild, which is why we have him here. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I know, he's stomping around. He's definitely really happy.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, he's excited. I'm glad. They don't get special visitors like this very often, so I think a lot of our animals are really excited to have you be here and be such a big guest for us here at the museum today. And now we have, of course, another reptile, which you probably knew, a snake. This is a common boa, and its name is Belize. And it is our biggest snake here at the museum. I'll back up a bit so you can see just how big it is in Pam's hands. Do you like snakes? A shrug, I can appreciate that. It totally depends. Well, we love Belize. Belize, even though it is such a big animal, he's actually really gentle and really, really nice. And as you can see, he is perfectly comfortable being held by Pam. And a lot of people always ask when we're holding our snakes if they are venomous. And it is true, there are venomous snakes out there, but one really great thing we remind people is you can tell if a snake is venomous or if it is what we call a constrictor by whether or not we are holding it with our bare hands. We would never hold a venomous snake with our bare hands. So you can see Pam here is not wearing any protective gear, which is a really good hint that Belize is not a venomous snake. He is a constrictor, which means he constricts his prey rather than biting it and putting venom in it.
Elias, do you know what venomous means and what restrictor means? What does venomous mean, you know?
So venomous means
Poisonous?
if you're, does he know or does he?
Ah, what did you say, Elias? Yeah, it's poisonous. And how about a constrictor snake? You know, it wraps it. Yeah.
You are 100% right. That is right. So Belize wraps its food. It does not have any sort of poison or venom. We figured you were an expert. We got word that you knew a lot about animals. So we were really excited because we knew that you would know already a lot about all these amazing animals that we get to work with. It looks like we still have Penelope over here running around. We also have some other animals here. I don't know if you're interested in seeing anything else or if you have any sort of favorite types of animals that we might not have shown you that you were interested in.
I've heard he really likes raccoons.
Oh, unfortunately, we don't have a raccoon, but we have an animal that is kind of similar. So in the meantime, I'll keep Penelope on camera, and I think Stacy's gonna go grab an animal that's kind of up the boat of a raccoon if you like raccoons. We'll go see.
You want to see some more? No?
Do you see what that is?
You know what that is, sweetie?
So that is our opossum. His name is Dixon. And even though he looks pretty big and full grown, he's actually only about a year old. So he's really young. And he's super fluffy and he's hanging out in his favorite spot to take naps, which is this big bag that we've rolled up for him. It's kind of like a little cave. And opossums are nocturnal animals. Do you know what nocturnal means?
I bet he does. Yeah, he might have a minute. You remember? Okay, they come out at night.
Absolutely. So that's why Dixon, you can see he's rolling back over to get back to sleeping because he is going to sleep most of the day like he does, and then he's probably going to get really active at night. So when we go home, we always laugh thinking about all the animals that probably get really active when we leave them for the day. And Dixon is certainly one of those.
Do you have any nighttime cameras so you can secretly see what they do?
That is a great question. So we have thought about setting up some cameras. We've been thinking that maybe a camera at night in front of animals like our opossum Dixon or some of our screech owls even might be really cool. So we have thought about that. That way we can at least see what they're up to and kind of spy on them.
Oh,
This is another bird.
what's this?
This is our red-tailed hawk, Jamaica. He is definitely eyeing you. I don't know how he feels about the camera. He's saying, do you have mice for me? If not, get out. But of course, another descendant of dinosaurs. This is our biggest bird. And he is really, really awesome. You can kind of see how they get their name because you can see that red tail that he has sticking out. And you probably hear that really loud screeching sound. Do you want to see what's making that noise?
Kind of sounds like a dinosaur.
It does sound like a dinosaur. So this is our loudest animal by far. This is another bird, of course. This is Poe, our barn owl. And she has always got something to say. She is always talking. But what's really cool is how she's got that really bright white face and bright white chest. A cool fact is that barn owls actually sometimes get called ghost owls because when people see them flying at night, they think they might be seeing a ghost because they're bright white, they have those dark eyes, and then they scream like she's doing. She's the one that should be called a screech owl with that sound. So those are our animals here, Elias. I don't know if you want to see anything else or if you have any questions for us about any of the animals that you saw.
Do you have any predators that are mammals?
Predators that are mammals.
I don't think so. I mean, the skunk is a predator. She'll eat just about anything, from mice and lizards and frogs to fruits and vegetables and roots and bugs. So she's probably the biggest predator for a mammal that we have.
Do you have any? Are there any other animals that you want to see? No, not yet. Okay, that was really cool.
Well, we were so glad to have you join us. I'm going to back away a bit so that Poe's not talking over us. He is so excited and being really, really loud. But we're really happy that you guys came and visited us today at the museum. We were hanging out all day, really excited to have you as a VIP guest to check out our animals. And I think our animals were really excited to meet you too.
Can I say thank you? He said thank you.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. This was wonderful. What a lovely job. Thank you. I'll connect with you in a couple of minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.